Good morning, Penny from Sage Butterfly Designs. I hope everybody's had a great week. It's raining here today, so I hope I have enough lights on me to where I'm not too much in the dark. I turned the light directly on me, so I should. But it has been a busy last few days. I had 5 weddings since Friday. I don't even know how many days that was. That's how crazy it's been, but that's okay. I was scheduled for 1 wedding yesterday, ended up doing 2. One was supposed to be a sunrise this morning, but it was raining. It was 60% chance rain. Kept watching it. It was not getting any better. So I told the couple, I'm like, let's move it to sunset on Monday. So I ended up doing 2 yesterday instead of the 1, but that's okay because it's raining outside. And today I'm like, it's an office day today. I am not leaving this house at all. I have soup in the crock pot, some good old autumn chowder, so that'll be delicious tonight. But I have 6 weddings to edit, and that's fine. I told everybody they'd get them before Thanksgiving, so we'll have plenty of time to get those edited out and get them to everybody. So let me go ahead and grab Beau, and we will go ahead and put him into the video real quick, and then let him do whatever it is he's gonna do. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, we gotta say hi to everybody. We gotta say hi to everybody. Say hello. I'm Mr. Beau. Quit looking at me. There we go. People want to see you. You want to see your big self. Yes. They want to see your big self. Oh yeah. He's getting to be so big, so very big. He's tired. We had our morning walk, which usually I don't walk him, my husband does, but it's been raining, so we ran out between the storms. So now he's all tired because he had his walk. But a tired puppy is a good puppy. Yes, tired puppy is a good puppy. We're now in the licking stage instead of the biting stage, but I'll take it. But he wants to get down so that he can go back to napping, apparently. Yeah. Okay. So last week I went to Greenville to see Mom and my dad. My dad, well, he was living with my brother. He's in the late stages, I think stage 5, terminal of Parkinson's. It's been horrible to watch this degenerative disease take care of things. Sorry, I think I hear a bell. If we hear a bell, I've got to stop the video because that means he needs to go out. But we did go ahead, and this past week he went into an assisted living care facility. So that was a little bit difficult to go through that process, but he's in a good place. He needed the extra help, so he's where he needs to be, and he has a good attitude about it, which is perfect. He was showing me the activities and telling me about, the different things he was doing, and when I checked back with him later, he was like, yeah, dinner's at 5, and I'm like, okay, and it was like about 3:45, and he goes, and in 15 minutes there's a piano recital, and I'm going to go to it, and I'm like, perfect, so he is getting involved in the activities. And I was telling him how it's great for him to have people to talk to now and stuff like that. So it's good overall, but of course it's just one step closer to the end. And his dad, he's always been so strong and everything else, and just to watch this disease just deteriorate him has been very difficult. So on Saturday, I did have a little bit of excitement this past weekend besides weddings. I do more in my life than just weddings, really. But Beau got his first grooming appointment. I'm going to put some pictures in here so you can see how cute he was right after his grooming. He's so funny with this ear thing. It's like he's trying to lift up an ear, but it's like not quite making it. And the other ear he doesn't have any control of at all, but that just makes it like so cute right now anyway. It was my husband's sister and her husband, and my husband's sister and her husband. Yeah, that was right. also their daughter. It was about 13, and they came to Charleston, so they were visiting, and we met them for dinner at a nice restaurant downtown. Oh, found a sweetie toy apparently. Always keep an ear out for the puppy. So we went out for a nice dinner, and I actually put on a dress and high heels. The dress isn't that odd. I do wear dresses, just not very often, but date night does get a dress sometimes. But usually I throw on boots or sandals with them, and I was actually wearing heels. Yeah, I have not worn heels in over 3 years. They weren't that big of a heel, but I'm going to put my picture in here so you can see my dressed up self, because it doesn't happen very often. What you see right now, this is how I usually am 95% of the time. Also I'm in pajamas for the most part, but just comfy, casual clothes. Even when I'm doing weddings, I might throw on a pair of jeans, but for the most part, it's leggings, jeans, capris. I don't get that dressed up. I end up dirty half the time anyway, because I'm kneeling to take pictures, get the right angle. On rare occasions, laying down to get the right angle. So I'm dirty, ruined so many clothes. It's pathetic. My knees just go out in all my clothes because I'm always kneeling and shifting myself around for photo angles. But regardless, this weekend I also did some organizing. I'm going to put pictures on right here with the fabric organization. I actually rolled them around the comic boards and clipped them and put them in the count sizes. I didn't organize them by color, I just threw them in there, but they are organized by count. So you've got your 14 count, your 16, 18, 28, and 32. So they're all in there to where I can find them easily. Before, they were just thrown in bags in a container, and I would just have to like shift through the whole container trying to find different things. No clue what I was going to find in what bags, and yeah, it was sad. So I'm really excited to have the fabric organized. And in organizing the fabric, I was able to move my whips and everything into the cabinet. So now the bed behind me is actually empty. I'm usually trying to hide like the big piles of stuff. Now it's got my camera, mail, and my husband's hangers, because he cleaned out his closet while I was cleaning up in here. So his extra hangers are there because I don't know what I'm doing with them yet. Probably most of them will go to charity, although I'll grab the good ones and throw them in my closet because never can have too many of the non-slip good hangers. He wanted all wood hangers in his closet. Whatever. We each have our thing. I like the non-slip ones. He likes the wood ones. That's fine. My new pair of boots in that one box, they don't fit. They tell me to order half the size smaller than you normally order, so I do. They're half size too small. I'm like, seriously? So now I got to send them back and everything. And Tama, I am so sorry. When I was cleaning off my bed, I found your package of your giveaway from the last video. It was supposed to go out. So I am so sorry. As you see, I can see it now, and it's going to go out. So a lot of organizing happened, so I'm excited about that. I feel so much better about getting that done. So let's talk about the Christmas SAL. I'm going to put in a picture here of it. And I've got progress from the Facebook group. We have Susan. I might butcher these names, people. You know how I am. I will do the best I can. If I butcher it, I apologize. I do not mean any harm by it. Susan Ruiz. I do have their names on here so y'all can see who it really is in case I butcher it. But Susan Ruiz. And then we have Nina Thoren. Artie the Vintage Stitcher. Kimberly Murphy. And the Twitchy Stitcher. It's not too late to join. All you have to do is join the Facebook group. I'm going to put the link in here somewhere. The Facebook page. It'll also be in the description below, so you can just click it directly. But but you can get the pattern for free. Join in the fun stitch. Post your progress. It's all fun. So by all means. So getting on to the everything that's, I report on these things of FFOs, finishes, whips, everything. So FFO, I have one. Once I find it, I have one. FFO! Look at this. Oh my gosh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So, last time I showed you that I had finished the stitching, and I showed you this was still in a bag. I didn't even have the pieces on it yet. But the barn with this, oh, I love it. I did it. I did it. I can't believe it. And it's halfway straight. Halfway straight. Hi, Beau. What's up, buddy? Surprise visit from Beau. Love it, love it, love it. I can't wait to get the rest of my months done so that I can have them as well. So, but more of an update on that as we get through the whips. You're gonna lick my desk? Huh? Oh. Silly. Silly. What? Did he go out? Okay. I'm pausing this now. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness. Well, going out in the cold, damp rain. I say cold. Y'all from up north. I'm in South Carolina. Key emphasis on the South. And I'm on the coastal side, not the mountain side. So to me, when it's 54, 56, whatever it is, in the mid 50s and damp and rainy, to me that's in the cold. At least for right now. So I made myself a nice cup of tea. And I'm always busy with a new bone. So hopefully there will be no more interruptions from him. And we were going to start up on whips. I actually found a new rotation and every single one of my whips got touched. I'm so excited. In 2 weeks, because that's when my last video was 2 weeks ago. And I have touched every single one of my whips. I don't have that many. I probably need to count. I think there's 8, maybe 10. I don't know. At any rate, not that many. So my first one is the Christmas time, Christmas SAL. And I have inserted a picture of that. And here is my progress. So I think that turned out well, or it's turning out well. And I just have this side to finish. So this side's all finished up. So I've got half of it done, and now I'm just working on this side. And I hope to have it done by next video, because it is a gift and I want to be able to get it framed up and everything prior. So the goal is to have this finished for next video. So we'll see if that actually happens or not. So that's where we are with that one. The next one I have is this one, which is from, sorry, I moved one of my cameras, so I'm trying to find out where I put it. This one here, which is the Season of the Heart Autumn by the Blue Flower. And I started this on the retreat. And here is my progress on that. The last time you saw it, I had the corn done, the stems of the sunflowers, and like just the edges of the sunflowers. I didn't have all sunflowers or the acorns or the owls. And then this here is a flower that's up above that owl's head. And right there's the stem of it. Even though right now it looks like it's coming out of his head. It'll look better once I get that completed. But yeah. So it is on, let me see here, 18 count zweigart aida. So yeah, that's coming right along. Then we have cookies. There it goes. And that's by the Cricket Collection. And I have that stitched on an 18 count Margarita fabric by Fabric Flair. And I started this one on the beginning of October. But, let's get myself organized here. Last time you saw it, I had the, probably could actually hold it up last time you saw it. Okay, last time you saw it, I had all the way through here, I had the holly leaves, holly cookies done, and the sun and the heart done. I did the S, and I've started on the little house cookie. And then once I get that done, that side will be done, and I can go over to the OOK or OOC, since I'll be doing it backwards. But again, you can see what I was trying to say. Focus is the S, the heart, and then there's the house that I was talking about. So once I get those done, then I'll be able to start over here with the OOC. So that's where we are at with that one. And then we have the Floral Dream, which by Nora Corbett. So here is the pattern. And here is where I'm at. Let me see here. It goes down a little bit here. Because I kind of moved that down and did a little bit. I want to get just past her knee. I have done the light yellow, that section right there. That's what I got done since you last saw it. And I was thinking I had to move the hoop to get, like, you know, below her knee. So that's why I was like going as far as I could there. Then I was like, or I can switch over to the other side of her and get this part down to the knee. And then I can move the hoop down and get the rest of it from there. So I think I'm going to go that route. So I'll go to the other side. I'm pointing at it while it's on my desk and you have no clue what I'm doing. So I'll do this side of the blanket is where I'm going to start up next. So she got some more love. Then we have Cattitude. Can we see Cattitude? What do I need to use it? Yeah. This is one of my Heaven and Earth designs. And it got a little bit of love. It's a full coverage, so excuse all of the wonderful threads everywhere. And my peeking, I got this section right here done on it. So I am doing this one on the 25 count gridded in a tent stitch, 2/1. And I started this one the end of August. Tinctorium, my Chatelaine, she got some loving. Let me get it in the where you can see it. So, as you see, very big pattern. I'm still working. This section here is considered part 1. Yeah, I'm still on part 1. That's okay. it takes a lot of concentration for me at any rate to do the chatelaine. Just because it is so intense with color changes, with specialty stitches, everything else. I only did cross stitches this time around though. As you hear the bone being thrown across the house. Alright, so here is the chatelaine. I started getting the top of this border right here done. And the corners, and these are all just cross stitches. And the little holes here, this one's a hedgehog, that one's a bunny, and a hedgehog. They're going to be stitched. This is 28 count. And the hedgehog and the bunnies are stitched 1/1. Yeah, so I think I'm going to tackle that next. And then I think the corners have some specialty stitches in them as well as some beads. Although I'm waiting on beads until I'm completely done. Although I'm probably gonna regret that later when I have like a million beads to bead up. But seeing as I'm using Q-snap, moving it around, I don't want to mess things up with beads. So I'm gonna wait till the end to do all my beading. But it's coming out really well. I was glad to pull it out and get some stitches in on it. So I said I'll do the 1/1 next. So that is Tinctorium Chatelaine. That's on did I say it is on, let me look here, 28 count. I think I said 28 count. It's a pewter by Zweigart. And I started that in June. So, and the surprise one, I have not touched this one since August. But he came out too. And that is my Heaven and Earth design by Amy Stewart. The Once Upon a Fairy Tale. And it's the Story Keep version. So, here's a closer up of it. You see here. And here is where I'm at. It's on big, huge scroll. Sorry about that. So, and again with the threads. So, I was pulling them out of my way, and I ended up putting it across the design. So, there's a little elf in here, and there's so much dark. And it's so hard for me to stitch too much black. I get bored with it. I'm like, I need color. But I stitched some more up in here. So I don't know exactly which stitches I did. I put over 200 stitches in there. So stitches in here, 200. I know I filled that one in because that was like a hole. Because it was a bunch of confetti. There's like, I think there's 2 stitches that are one color. And all of the rest are like one color, one color, one color, one color. So, doesn't look like much, but it was. I felt good that I at least bought it out. I think the scroll's the problem. I'm not liking the scroll. I think I'm going to go ahead and take it off of the scroll and put it on a big nurge like the Cattitude is. And then I think I'll be more encouraged to pick it up because this is just like to pick this huge thing up. And then I have to sit it in the right type of chair to where it can balance. Or get up, put it on a stand, and then keep the dog away from jumping on it. So that's another reason why it's been put away for so long, because it just was a pain to get to. So I'm going to pause the video here for just a second while I put my whips behind me on the bed for a moment, and then I can start up on my starts and kitting and giveaways and the other things. So give me just one moment. So starts. I started on the month-to-month December stitching with the Housewives. There it is. I'm doing this on a 32 count black gingham by Fabric Flair. This is the fabric I was showing you last time where I was like, it's bigger than the other one, so I wasn't sure how it was going to look. So I wanted to get at least something started with it. So I started up on the barn, and you can barely see the tree and the farm. I was thinking about leaving those blank, but with the way that the color is behind it. It really needs to have, whether it be black or white, put into it. So definitely it's going to need to have that typed into there. But the rest of it's not turning out too bad. We'll see what we think as we continue on. But so far, not too bad. Besides, it's going to look cute on that barn thing, right? Next year, because it's not going to happen this December. But I at least started it. So I got it going a little bit. Kitted. I kitted up 2. One of them I'm going to be starting next week because Flossmas. And the one I'm planning on starting up is Nora Corbett's Santa's Sleigh. That is my Christmas start I'm going to do. It's probably not going to get finished this Christmas, but we'll start it up. And I am putting that on this Mint Splash 32 count by Stitched Modern. That is still his bone. At least I hope so. So that one is kitted up, ready to go, and I will start that next week. So next video, you'll see my first stitches into it. Okay. And the other thing I kitted up, I did that on a live. You can certainly watch the replay. But it is on this Birds of a Feather holiday seasons, and it has Weeks Dye Works fabric, threads. That's what came with the kit. And I decided to, if you remember from the retreat, I bought 4 of these little fabrics. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but I bought them. I'm going to use them for this. Because there's the 4 seasons. There's 4 of these. Didn't plan it that way, but it just happened. So yeah. So these will be used on the different ones. And I'm not sure the count of the fabric. I don't know if it's 28 or 32. Either way, they're plenty big enough. So we'll go from there. But yeah, so that's probably not going to be till January. That's probably going to be a January start. But it's kitted up and ready to go. Last video, I showed you this cute little finishing piece that I got, which is this little thing. And it had a little thing in it. It said something like, trick or treat, I baked something sweet, or I don't know, something like that. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to happen. But I loved the little thing. My daughter-in-law, my son's wife, she loves to bake. And they're moving from Pennsylvania to Oklahoma next year, because that's where his next orders are. He's in the Air Force, and that's his next orders is Oklahoma. So they're going to Oklahoma, and she's talking about possibly opening up a bakery. And she showed me this logo, which I'm going to insert the photo here, called Kenzie's Treats. So I decided to make a chart of that logo, and I'm using, I think you can see it, I don't need to take it out. Basically it's that marbled, there we go, the marbled 18 count Aida. It's a scrap piece off of the Autumn Heart. And then I'm going to put this blue with it for that blue slash. And I have it to where it's like starts off just like soft and then it goes like heavier. I'm just going to use a 10th stitch. And I'm going to make that for her for Christmas. So I got that design done. And I'll be working on that. So you'll see that probably next video, because that's probably going to be a start this upcoming, probably start this weekend, I think. So I can get it going. I don't think I have anything scheduled. What I did with my whips is I have it scheduled out. My smaller ones each get a day a week. in the morning, because I usually take about an hour to 2 hours in the morning with my coffee, and I go ahead and I stitch then. And while I'm doing that, so I was like, well, if I have a plan in place, that would be better. So I started up with, I think Monday, I might have the wrong days on this, but regardless, Monday I think is cookie. So I do work on cookie on Monday. I know today is SAL because that's the one I was working on this morning. And then I have on Wednesday is month. So my December, September, and whatever. January is actually supposed to come today. So January will get some love tomorrow morning. And then Thursday, I think, is holiday. So any kind of, whether it's Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever holiday I'm stitching on, I'll pick one of those designs and do some kind of a holiday stitch. And then on Friday, I have Autumn Heart. So I'm working on that one on Friday. So every morning I'm touching on those ones. And then on the weekend, I put in the other ones. So it's like on Saturday, I'll stitch on like Floral Dream. And on Sunday, I'm going to stitch on Tinctorium or whatever. And but like each weekend is different. So out of the month, I might touch on each of the designs 1 or 2 days on the weekend. And sometimes the weekend is just 2 hours in the morning. Sometimes the weekend is the 2 hours in the morning, and then I get another break in the afternoon where I can stitch some more. So if that's the case, then great. I got extra stitching done. Sometimes I'll do stitch on one in the morning and then decide to grab something else for the afternoon. But at least everything's getting touched now, so it makes me feel so much better about my width. But as you say, I don't have that many. I hear people that have like huge numbers. I'm like, I don't even, the idea of trying to rotate that around is like, no way. But at any rate, I should start stitching on this Christmas present for Mackenzie on this weekend is when I think I'll start that one up. Okay, so haul. I don't have too much haul. I don't need to have too much haul. I overspent at retreat, so I need to be watching her budget. But one of the things I picked, well, I was ordering some things off of 123 Stitch, and while I was on there, fill up my order, I ordered one of these cross stitch charts that's supposed to be able to, for me to tell what stitch count I had, because you know some of the things I have, I was like, I don't know if this is 28 or 32. I still don't know. I took these, look at these. Let me see if I can get this close up enough. It's like they're right here at the bottom, here, and it's like, look how tiny those little things are. It's like I can't tell the difference between here and here. Even on the fabric, I'm like, could be either. I don't know. So we're just gonna go with a noon for those fabrics, because I can't even barely tell the difference looking at it. The difference between 28 and 32. Yeah, I know I'm old and I got bad eyes, but I'm like, it doesn't matter. Just plan it for 28, and if it's 32, it'll be a little smaller. Move on. Nothing to get that excited about. All right, what I was purchasing from 123 Stitch, because yeah, was I got pulled into the SAL that everyone has been getting pulled into, and that is the Teresa Little Stitcher Fancy Lady one. I was like, yeah, well, you can see behind me here, there's also one over on this side of the camera, over there. I've got a lot of fairies. Most of them are Leslie Tier or Joan Elliott, but I like, I'm looking, there's like fairy. I'm like, well, maybe a witch. I don't have any witch. And it's like, how much work am I putting into this for it to be up for 1 month? I don't know. So I was debating on some of the witches, and then I found this pattern, and it just blew me away. I loved it. I can't even tell you what about it makes it just drew me in, and I was like, oh, I have to have this one. So she's not very fancy. It's called Autumn in My Garden, but I loved her. She's not that fancy. She's just a lady, and that's okay. But I saw that, and I was like, oh, I absolutely loved it. So I bought that pattern for my fancy lady stitch along. Oh well. Along with the beads and the floss. So I should be able to get that kitted up pretty quick. But that's supposed to be new year, new start, so I don't need to have that till January. And then I showed you last time this fabric that I had gotten. And I was like, perfect. It's 28 count. And that on top of, although I put it back in its bag. Let me pull it back out again. So you can see it. We'll do it like this. Perfect. I think that is going to look so good. Of course, it'll go through a floss toss to make sure, but I'm thinking that is going to be perfect. So I'm excited about that. So I got everything I need for that. I just need to kit that one up. But like I said, that can be done anytime next month since it is a January start. This would be January 1 start. So we got that. So that was the majority of my haul, is purchasing for that SAL. I also, since I'm kitting up more projects, I went on Amazon, and even though it's a It's So Emma product, Amazon, I had extra free credit off of Amazon from, I get the 5% cash back thing whenever I use it. So I had a bunch of free credit, and I was like, well, I want to use a free credit rather than purchasing it from Fat Quarter Shop. So they're just the bags. I bought the pack, the 3-pack that had the 3 different sizes in it for the different projects. And you've all seen them before, just the It's So Emma collection. So I got those. And that is, what today, in today's mail, I think I already mentioned it briefly, but in today's mail, I'm getting the Fat Quarter Shop's new, pardon my reach, I was getting that out of my way so I could get to the giveaways. But I had the, I am sorry, my brain is just left of me there. Fat Quarter Shop is shipping. There's too much S's in that one. Fat Quarter Shop is shipping out the month-to-month January, and it should be here today. My mail comes really late though. It comes at like 5 o'clock. So that's why I was like, tomorrow morning it'll be started. Yes. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using the blue gingham, but of course, once I get it and see the flosses, I can make that final call. It might end up on the pink one. I don't know yet. We'll see. But regardless, I'll be starting that tomorrow. So I'm a little bit excited about that because it's just coming in and I'm starting it right then so that I can have it done for January. So that's the goal, so that I can go from November to January, because they'll just go away for Christmas. I have so many other Christmas decorations. The barn can go away for Christmas. I have my Chatelaine snow globe that was finished. I know I showed you the finished product. Probably my first video, maybe my second video. It's at the framer, and I should be getting that back this upcoming week, or right around Thanksgiving. I should have it for the next video though. So I'm happy about that because I'll be able to put that out for Christmas. And hopefully I'll have my items back from Artie, the vintage stitcher. So hopefully I'll have some more FFOs to show you. And my goal is to finish the Christmas SAL. So that'll be a finish to show you. So hopefully all that'll go through. All right, giveaways. That's what you guys want to know about now, is the giveaways. The giveaways from last video were the coffee one. Let's see here. Coffee chalkboard kit by Janlyn Needlecraft. 14 count black aida. I'll get it right. White floss, chart, needle, keyword was coffee. And this is I'm going to put an insert in here. It is going to Mums Albrecht. When I did a last name search on the Albrecht, like I said, I might be saying that wrong, but y'all know, it pulled up Kelly Albrecht. I'm assuming that is the same person. if it's not Kelly, please send me an email so that we can go ahead and get that out in the mail to you. Otherwise, the contact form is filled out for Kelly, and I'm going to assume that that's the right person. The next one was the Nativity, the Glendon Plays Nativity. There we go. So you guys can see the picture of that. And the keyword was Nativity. And Lourdes Treu, Total Butcher, apologize. I'm sure I just butchered that one totally to death. And I do have a contact form for you that will go out in the mail with Tama's. Kelly, I'm going to wait, if this is Kelly, Mums Albrecht, I'm going to wait a week unless I hear otherwise from you that yes, you are Kelly. Otherwise, it'll probably go out next week because I just want to make sure I don't want to send it to the wrong person. So those are last week's giveaways. So this week's giveaways, go through it every video, but I'll say it again. To enter into the giveaway, you must be a subscriber, 18 years or older, and use the keyword in the comments. If you haven't already, please fill out the contact form because that way I can get it right on out to you if I don't lose it on my bed. Now that it's cleaned off, that shouldn't be an issue. When you fill out the contact form, you're also going to receive a link to my free charts. I have not updated it in a little while, but I've been doing up some more designs, and I should update that free links page. So hold on to that link. I should be updating that free link page here in the next week or two. So I should have some new free giveaways for you, free charts. So by all means, check back on it regularly. I don't always announce when I put free new videos out there. Sorry, FedEx was driving by. I had to see if he was going to stop for me. Nope, not mine. No, happy mail for me. Not from there at any rate. Okay, so this week we are doing Oh Christmas Tree. I'm putting up the photo now. And that is one of my designs, Sage Butterfly Designs. And the keyword is tree. There are actually, I want to say 3, maybe 4 patterns. One of them is just the back stitch for the black work. One is just cross stitch with no back stitching in it at all. And the other one is a combination of both. So whichever, you get all of them together. It's all in one, well, it's not in one PDF, it's in 4 PDFs, but I consider it one chart. So I send it out in all of them. So you would get all of those, and that would be in PDF format, and I would email that to you. Oh, the keyword would help, wouldn't it? The keyword for that's going to be tree. You know me, real difficult with the keywords. So the keyword on that is going to be tree. Next one is Moonlit Cabin. It is a complete kit by Dimensions. It's just, I've had this for a while. I think it's beautiful. I don't ever see myself stitching it, so this one's out of my stash. And it is the complete kit with the fabric and the threads. And let's see. Yeah, I have it down here. It's an 18 count an 18 count navy aida needle instructions. Keyword is going to be cabin. And the last one is the Magical Owl Collection by Pole Stitches Design. You can stitch them together or separate. It is a full color chart. If stitched together, it is 167 by 109 stitches. And the keyword is going to be owl. All right, so we have all of those there. I will do the drawing on 11/28, and the winner will be announced on my next video, which will be 11/29. So we have that all next week in my Etsy store. I'm going to put the link in here. It's also in the description box, of course. My Etsy store will have Black Friday sale all week. I think I'm going with 50% off. So on Black Friday sale, nah, just one thing. I'm not going to keep changing that for day by day. That's just too much. Yeah, 50% off is what we're going to do. And the link is here as well as in the description. So check out the Etsy store. If there's something there that you're wanting, then by all means, that would be the time to get it. It would be next week. All right. So with Thanksgiving coming up, yeah, I'm feeling a little extra thankful for y'all. I love my subscribers. I'm having fun with the YouTube thing. I'm still learning it. Still haven't got it completely down, but I think I'm getting better each video. It's not as rough. Tell you what, why don't you go ahead and leave a comment about what you're stitching. It can include the keyword as well. So you don't have to leave multiple comments or anything, but you know, if you want one of the giveaway items, leave a keyword, but also just tell me what you're stitching on. If you got tons of whips, just whichever one you're concentrating on or which one you're currently stitching on or whatever. But tell me what you're stitching on. And what I'm going to do is put together a surprise package. So I don't have it here ready to show you. It'll probably have some fabric in it, some charts, whatever. But it'll be a surprise package of stuff. Of course, I'll show you next video, whatever it is. I'll put it together and show you, hey, this is what you want. But it'll have some goodies in it and stuff like that. So tell me what you're stitching on and you'll be automatically entered into the surprise giveaway. And I hope everybody has a wonderful Thanksgiving. If you're traveling, safe travels. Great Thanksgiving week. Black Friday, be safe. Travels, be safe. And I will catch you guys all after Thanksgiving on the 29th.